The ball will be thrown in right on 50 in front of the broadcast box. Wallace goes up and taps it to the front of the pack. Pomeran's down there and he dribbles the ball across the line off his boot and gives a little bit of a reminder out there to Luke Cardinal that he's in control. As the umpire throws the ball in again, up they go, Wallace and Powling, down to Pomeran, breaks clear, kicks inside 50. Poor effort though in terms of accuracy because Luke Marnie got it, was able to turn around and saw the ball coming, plays on quickly, runs across the man on the mark, goes to the outer side of the ground, no mark out there by Spence. In they swing inboard to Terang Mortlake to Sargent. He was in front of Marnie and he's taken a strong mark. 40 metre, or he'll kick from 50. Michael Sargent, of course, he had a little stint at Collegians as coach. Handball's off to a teammate and they drive the ball inside 50 with a loose, oh, that was loose at the back of the pack, pushed through for a rush behind for Terang Mortlake. Bateman to bring the ball back in to broadcast side of the ground. Big kick looking for Marnie at the back of the pack. Good work, Justin Wallace to the front of the pack towards McKenzie. Can't gather it over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in. Score at the moment sees Camperdown 2-3, leading Terang Mortlake 1-4 on that half-forward line. Wallace has gathered it. He's handballed it nicely back to Craven, back to Wallace. Left foot kick to the goal square. Up they fly. Bateman gets a big thump at the ball and pushes it over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in. Metres around from the Terang Mortlake goal. They're doing the attacking at the moment. 2-3 to 1-4. Boundary umpire throws it high in the air. Staunton and Bateman, Fitzgerald it was there, picked up by Pomeran. His kick was ordinary off the boot. They run towards the boundary line. No one can pick it up out there. It's Smith who's tried to. Camperdown in possession. Back to Dow. Free kick being picked out. And it's gone the way of Arnold, who's playing reasonably well for Camperdown at the moment. He's able to run around the man on the mark, get the kick to centre wing. No mark taken out there. Thump back inboard. Picked up and driven forward by Cardinal. No mark out there to O'Sullivan. Loose ball again, falls out of the back of the pack. Maloney was out there, but it's handball forward to Pomeran. He was a loose man in the centre of the ground, gets around onto the right foot, and it's Sargent again on the outer side of the ground who's got that ball. No, it's not. It's picked up and driven inboard towards Staunton. A bouncing ball. He gathers it at 50. Went to handball backwards. Centres the ball looking for Pomeran. Couldn't mark it. Gathered it at 50. Has a shot on goal. Wilbur Pomeran. And he's put it through and he's put Camperdown in front. Terang Mortlake in front, I beg your pardon. They moved to 2-4-16. 1 point in front of Camperdown. 2-3-15. 3.5 forward where Pomeran was. Went for the mark. Couldn't quite control it. Eventually did the control into the ground and set it up and put through for goal for Terang Mortlake. Knocked down by Ed Lucas that time. They can't get a clearance. Through the middle they'll go. By Spence this time into half forward. It's a long kick into the half forward line. Players contest across that area. Speed picked up. Tried to get around 1-2. Got a handball away that time. Could get to a teammate though. Camperdown in there in numbers. Picked up by Ed Lucas. Over the top by Hand to Marnie. And Luke Marnie is kicking to the forward line. Whistle on play. Down the ground. Free kick will go to whom? It's against Darcy or Alex Maloney for an indiscretion behind the play, I think. He's put his hands in the air wondering what the hell was going on. We were looking down the field. We didn't see the indiscretion, but it looks like Fraser Lucas has the kick going to have the shot on goal. Nearly directly in front, about 20 metres out. He can't afford... No, he's thrown the ball back to, it might be Darcy, I think, that's got it. Yes, it is. And Liam Darcy will have a shot on goal for his second goal for the afternoon. And if you remember, he got the first one as a result of a 50-metre penalty. This one as a kick down the ground. Comes in, puts it to our left, not a good kick. Just snuck close behind to Camperdown. Can't afford to miss those ones. Scores all levelled up here at the 10-minute mark of this second quarter. 2 goals for 16 apiece. I think the Terang Mortlake supporters would say that was a justified result. Yes. Got what you deserve, they're saying. And Mead comes, kicks in,
Not a good kick from fullback. The marks or the contest was taken out there by Darcy. I dropped the teammate in Pemberton. Pemberton from 30 metres. It may have snuck through, Gerard.
It has. Goal umpire said all clear. Matthew Pemberton.
Goal to Camperdown. They moved to 3 goals, 4-22. They lead the Terang Mortlake side 2-4-16.
That allowed Darcy to handball off to Pemberton. Pemberton just ran into an open goal. Back in the centre of the ground, Marnie at this time with Wallace. It's gone forward though for Terang Mortlake towards Smith. He was over the top of the ball. Perhaps there was something in that for a free kick. Umpire didn't think so. Oh, there's been a free kick picked out for holding the ball, and it's gone against Camperdown's Casey, Mitch Danahay rather, and the free kick has gone the way of Rounds. He's handballed off quickly to Sargent. Inboard with the kick. They fly for it. Marnie's in front.
Good mark.
Marnie's taken a strong mark, a little bit of attention just as he took it, but he's held on to it, and Jacob Marnie will take the free kick for Camperdown in that last line. He goes to the outer side of the ground. There wasn't much out there for him, and the mark's been taken out there by Terang Mortlake, and it's Wallace who's got it. They go inboard with a high kick. Fitzgerald's in front, pushes the ball down. Camperdown coming out of defence with a handball from Marnie out to Dow. Dow goes to centre wing. There's a lot of red and blue jumpers out there at the back of the pack. They pick it up and get around their opponents, driving it forward, looking for Dow, looking for a teammate, but Dow was in the way, and he's taken a good mark for Camperdown. Midway between wing and half back for Camperdown. Terrible kick off the boot. Overrun out there by Hickey. He's got the handball back. It's a long handball inboard for a teammate. The ball's on the boundary line, picked up by O'Connor. A short kick forward from Staunton finds Alex Maloney underneath the scoreboard, which at the moment shows Camperdown holding a 1-goal lead as they drive the ball forward. Terang Mortlake towards Pomeran. The ball at the back of the pack. Pomeran ran after it, picks it up. Handballs inboard. No, it was Smith rather. No free kick, no kick, nothing at the moment. It's a tight pack football. Pomeran gathered it, goes towards Hay. He can't mark it. Fitzgerald attack on the ball. Picked up nicely by Hay. Tried to do one of those dribbling ones along the ground to ill effect, and it's gone over the line for a rush behind for Terang Mortlake. That's their second rush behind for the afternoon. They move on to 2-5. They trail Camperdown 3-4. The ball to be brought in by the young fellow Fields for Camperdown. He kicks the ball to himself, gathers 10 metres, kicks it outside 50, looking for, Bateman got up high, couldn't take the mark. Pemberton gathered it. He kicks along centre wing. Again, there's a number of blue and red players out there with the blood. The ball at the back of the pack before Mead could gather it. It went over the line and out of bounds in front of him and Clark, and it'll be thrown in on centre wing. Reasonable sort of a game. Elimination final. Tapped down that time by Hickey to a teammate in Pemberton and driven forward some 15 metres into the waiting arms of Densley. Kicked inboard nicely to Lee. Lee plays on quickly to Maloney. Maloney got the lead from O'Connor. Punched away nicely from him by Lucas. Back of the pack was Fitzgerald. High ball, there's no one there for Camperdown, and waiting patiently on his own was Sargent. He plays on inboard to Pomeran. Pomeran short kicks round Rounds at 50 for Terang Mortlake. Rounds going backwards, handballs off to Pomeran. Pomeran has a shot on goal from 45. And I think he snuck it through. He has. Pomeran has brought up Terang Mortlake's third goal. They move on to 3-5-23. They lead Camperdown 3-4-22. Like what Rounds did, he took the ball and he knew Pomeran was going to have a shot, so he's just handballed off to him. Hickey and also Sargent in the middle of the ground. Up they go. Pomeran again. They've gone forward. Terang Mortlake with a kick to inside 50. They run towards the ball. Rounds couldn't gather it. He was perhaps held, but it's handballed out to Marnie. Another handball out to Lucas, and out of Camperdown defence they come towards half-back. Pushed forward by Dell. Good work. Bouncing ball to Sargent. He's tried to pick it up on the boundary line. It's picked up eventually by Cardinal. but as he picked it up, he was pushed over the line, and it'll be thrown in right in front of the Camperdown dugout.
Boundary umpire comes in a couple of metres, bring the ball back into play.
Aaron Sinnott, of course, not out there for Camperdown today. I think they'd miss him as the ball's thrown in on half forward line for Terang Mortlake, and caught with the ball. That time was Luke Marnie, and that could be 50-metre penalty if he's not careful. No, the umpires said it'll be a free kick the way of Steve Staunton for holding the ball against Marnie. Staunton plays on with a beautiful looking kick towards centre half forward, punched away eventually to Lucas. It comes to the boundary line in front of Hickey, and it's gone over the line and out of bounds right on 50 for Terang Mortlake. They're doing all the attacking at the moment, kicking to the factory end in this second quarter, which has been going 16 minutes. At the back of the pack, it's picked up there by Marty. He couldn't get his kick away. He was well held there. Eventually it's Danahay who gets the kick towards centre wing. A big fly out there from Staunton. Couldn't take the mark. Oh, he should have been penalised. Got away with it. The ball's loose with Pemberton. A big attack on it from him. It comes out to Mead. Into the forward pocket with a kick. Over the line on the full. Free kick to go towards Camperdown. And it'll be taken by the young fellow in Arnold. Oh, he kicks backwards towards, I don't like that sort of thing, towards Lucas. This is Ed Lucas. Lucas, stammering and stuttering, goes in short to Danahay. Still well inside their defensive 50, Camperdown. He's got a loose man on the outer side of the ground in Field. Field pops one up over the top to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan on that half-back line, another short kick. Ooh, good mark. Cardinal this time, I think it is. Or it may be O'Sullivan. I think it was Cardinal. Into the centre of the ground. The mark almost taken by Field. Played on and got his kick towards the forward line. At the back of the packet is Casey running onto it. Can he get it before it goes through? He does. He kicks it. And I think he's kicked them in mid-air, and he's kicked the goal, Dan Casey, to put Camperdown in front. They move to 4-4-28, and Terang Mortlake remain on 3-5-23.
Now, they go to 5-point lead in this second quarter, which has been going 18 minutes. Howling doing the ruck work. That time against Gordon, the ball fell out to Damien O'Connor, got the ball back to his teammate. In the Staunton again, back to O'Connor. Connor goes inboard by hand to a teammate. They can't get the clearance though. Good tackle applied. Loose ball picked up by Clark. Clark's handball to centre wing. Ed Lucas was there, lost the footy. O'Connor was good on the ball. He lost the ball too.
And some ironic cheers from the crowd because Damien O'Connor's got a free kick today.
On centre wing. Goes in ball with a kick, not a good kick. Cut off this time by Clark.
Luke Clark has the ball. He's popped one up over the top for Hickey. Hickey's got the mark on centre wing. Plays on quickly. Drives the ball forward, but unfortunately through Mead it'll come back. Handball's off and the kick inboard looking for Sergeant. Not Sergeant. It's Staunton rather. So they look similar.
They do.
Staunton goes wide to the outer side of the ground. They fly for it. No mark. Mackenzie. Handball to the opposition. Loose ball. Punched forward there. Good work from Camperdown's defence, but it's going to come back through Staunton. His kick's loose. Marnie's got it, and he decides to kick it in mid-air just like Casey did. Drives it forward. Oh, the mark's been taken down there. Strong mark. That should have been paid, umpire.
Mark, yep.
That was a mark. Umpire said no mark there for Terang Mortlake, and it was Lowry who punched the ball up in the air, and then he got it when it fell to the ground. The umpire's allowed play to go on. It's thrown up at a free kick. This time the Edna upper, and the free kick has gone the way of Terang Mortlake, and it'll be taken by Maloney. Off to Mead with a handball. Mead to the half-forward line. Bateman there put one hand up in front of Bant. Couldn't take the mark. Over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in in front of that Camperdown dugout. Ball spent a fair amount of time there today. Great fuel, Bateman and Bant, the two big Bs. Ball thrown in by the boundary umpire. Staunton and Powling. Tapped down to the front by Powling. Play on. Umpires letting play go. It's come to Mackenzie. Off to O'Connor. Gets around. He's got no one to get around to. Handballs off to Round. Rounds inboard to Sargent. Inboard they go, and Alex Maloney, who's gone forward, takes a strong mark and will line up for goal. He has been playing down back all year, and he's up forward at the moment.
Good build up again by Terang Mortlake, coming in off through the centre, through the corridor.
He'll kick from around about 35 to 40 metres out, almost directly in front, Alex Maloney. And he comes. This to put them in front, Terang Mortlake in front. He may have it. We'll wait. No, the goal umpire says it's a minor score. They move on to 3-6. That's wasteful kicking. And Camperdown are 4-4.
Ball to come back in when the player has the ball retrieved. It'll be young fella Arnold to bring the ball back into play for Camperdown. Where to go, that's the problem. Will he go the outer side or bring it to the offensive side? No, he changed his mind, comes to broadcast side of the ground. A long kick, clears the 50 easily that time, one-on-one on centre wing, loose ball, back of the pack. Pomeran was there, had the ball kicked away by Danahay. Coming in hard was Rounds, the ball fell out to Cardinal. A handball forward was picked up by O'Connor. O'Connor goes wide again, finds band by hand, goes back to Mead. Mead's kicking to the forward line, a long kick to centre half forward. Good mark nearly taken by Marnie, Luke Marnie. Good battle applied there by Mead, gets around one, gets the ball off to Hay. Oh, he's pinged. Hay was pinged for holding the ball, and the free kick goes to Camperdown's Jacob Marnie in that last line. He goes across to the outer side of the ground and finds a teammate out there in field. They come dangerously across the face of goal looking for Bateman, but the kick was good enough. It had found Bateman. A handball off to Marnie. A long handball from Marnie to Fitzgerald on defensive 50. His kick along centre wing comes off the side of the boot, and there's enough wind on it to push it over the line and out of bounds on the full. Tommy McKenzie was right there, and he should have taken the free kick, and he will. He ran off, and the umpire said, no, Tommy, you come back and have it. A short kick from McKenzie looking for Round, set him up, but he's good enough to get back, and he's got plenty of time. He overran the ball, allowed Cardinal in. He was caught with the ball, and the umpire's pinged Cardinal, and it'll be a free kick to Round. Well, it's Clark, rather, who was caught with the ball. I thought it was Cardinal, but handball inboard they go from Densley. A high kick. Up they fly. At the back of the pack, Marnie was waiting down. He goes backwards with a handball to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald to the outer side of the ground. No, the nice mark's been taken out there by Hayes. Juggled it and did well to get around his opponent in Cardinal and take that mark. And he'll put Terang Mortlake deep into attack. He's kicking from outside 50. Just a little bit too far to kick this one, I think. It'll be a high kick to the edge of the goal square. They set themselves, and up they go. Strong mark, Jacob Marnie. Good mark. In the middle of the pack. Plays on. Into that back line he goes. Finds a teammate out there in Clark. Or Cardinal it is. Cardinal has the ball. He doesn't know where to go because they're all remaining motionless up the ground. His kick travels some 30 metres. Pemberton went for it, but it's play on and quickly brought back inboard by Terang Mortlake and Maloney again. Alex Maloney a little bit too agile for the defence of Camperdown there. He'll line up from 30 metres out directly in front, and this one should put Terang Mortlake in front. They are 3-6 at the moment. They trail Camperdown, who are 4-4, and at the moment we've travelled 25 minutes in this second quarter. The kick off the boot looks nice. Yep. And it's come back over the goal umpire's head and gone through for a goal. Terang Mortlake moved to 4-6-30, and Camperdown remain 4-4-28. Forward to Darryl. He came as a forward, Jared, who played a lot of footy elsewhere.
Played it in the back line, back in the centre of the ground, tapped down by Staunton that time. Towards Craven, he was wrapped up in a tackle, had no prior opportunity, and it'll be thrown up just to the attacking side of that centre circle for Terang Mortlake. They hold a slender lead at the moment. Late in this second quarter, Powling got the second tap down. Toward the centre of the ground it's gone, and it'll be thrown up again. We'll have a secondary ball up right in the centre of the ground. Umpire Lake does the duty, and up they go. Staunton got that tap down towards a teammate there in Pomeran, and again they were unable to get rid of the ball out of that. It was Rounds, I think. Yep, they're unable to get rid of it, and up it'll go again. Staunton down to Rounds this time. Back to Staunton it goes. They still fight for the ball. Cardinal goes in after it. No free kicks on offer. The umpires let it go. Still letting it go. It's picked up and driven forward by Camperdown into that forward line, and the mark's been taken by Darcy. Is it down there? It's strong work down there by Hickey, rather, and he'll kick from just outside 50. Hickey?
These players who take long run-ups, Stuart. Another 22-metre run-up from a young footballer.
Yeah, Jack Hickey has the ball. He's going to kick from right on 50. This to put Camperdown in front. He's got the distance. Has he got the accuracy?
Nope.
No, he hasn't. It's drifted to our left and has gone through for a minor score for Camperdown. They trail at the moment by 1 point, and we are 27 minutes into this second quarter of the elimination final at the Cobden Rec Reserve.
Ball to come in through Mead this time, goes wide to the boundary line. Now Connor's the target. Connor will be paid the mark. I think he will at half-back for Terang Mortlake. Wants to play on, little handball, the play coming through from the defensive line. Down the line where the kick has gone, but doesn't matter. It's half-time here this afternoon from Cobden. A 1 point lead to Terang Mortlake, 4-6-30. To Camperdown, 4-5-29. Goal scores for Terang Mortlake.
In under 17. Camperdown in the A2. In the A1 it was South Warrnambool, and in the A grade it was Portland.
Third quarter action here from Cobden this afternoon. Going forward at Camperdown, they have quick handball back to a teammate. They come back through the centre and find Powling. Quickly plays on to a teammate coming through in Danahay. Danahay's kick to centre wing on the outer side has found young player in field. His kick is slugged off the boot that time. Goes back for a second step, which is okay. Goes wide to the outer side with a kick. Camperdown, they will come forward again. They kick into the full forward line. Really good mark down there by Terang Mortlake. Back of the pack, picked up by Baxter. Goes back a few metres to Mead in the half-back. They open back pocket. Comes to half-back. Crawley went for the football, was grabbed by the jumper. No free kick. Had the ball away. Incorrect disposal. Eventually picked up by Fraser Lucas. Inboard by hand. Not a good handball that time to Pemberton. Brought down by Baxter. Ball falls to Mead. Over the top by hand. The boundary line will be too close this time, and the umpire said we'll throw it in. Right on the attacking 50 for Camperdown.
Into attack early. This game's got a break open, you'd think, at one stage.
Bit of push and shove. Boundary umpire brings the ball back into play. Marnie doing the ruck work that time against his opponent. The ball goes to ground. Players try to push the ball out. A pack will develop. Pemberton's under the football. He can't take the ball anywhere. As players gingerly get up off the football ground in Fraser Lucas, that is. Drags himself up in front of Ed Lucas. Umpire will throw the ball in the air again. Marnie doing the ruck work. That's on. The ball went down to Connor. Connor on to Densley. Densley kicked to centre wing. The ball will go out of bounds in front of Tom Smith on centre wing. Broadcast over the ground. As the central umpire, the umpire takes up to the play.
Wallace is doing a good job for Terang Mortlake in the ruck against Powling.
He is not a recognised ruckman, you would have thought, Jared. He's come in today and doing the job pretty well. Those two ruckmen again. Powling got a push against Wallace that time. To the front of the packet goes. Loose ball pushed. Gee, that was close into the back too, I think. That time should be a free kick to Camperdown.
Cardinal, yeah, that was the definite push in the back there from Lee, I think that was.
Boundary umpire brings the ball back into play. Powling got the ball down. In there was Danahay. He lost the football and a good tackle pushed forward by the Terang Mortlake side. Overran the football. Eventually handball out to Ed Lucas on half-forward line into half-forward with the kick. Casey on a strong race to the football. The ball bounces over all their heads to the boundary line. Just inside the attacking 50 for Camperdown.
Been out of bounds a lot today, the ball, hasn't it, Darryl?
The breeze is causing a few problems, Jared, across this side of the ground. Boundary umpire comes in a couple of metres. Brings the ball back into play. Ruckman again, Wallace and his opponent that time neither gets a quick kick on the football, up and under. Fraser Lucas umpires paid the distance, and Fraser Lucas marks on the half-forward, a long kick to the pocket area. Casey got rid of one opponent, couldn't get rid of the second.
Rhino
Good
Connor.
defensive work that time by Rhino. Connor goes out to Mead, who comes out of the last line defence, up through the corridor. A dangerous kick this time. Terang Mortlake pushed the ball forward a few metres, coming in was Fraser Lucas over the top by hand. Not good that time. Crawley got it out to O'Connor. O'Connor's handball further, looking for Tyson Dansley, picked up by Pomeran. Pomeran's kick into the half-forward line. And a good mark taken by Steve Staunton. 40 out, directly in front. The move of Wallace into the ruck, George, allowed Sargent and Staunton to play positive route games around the ground at centre-half forward or centre-half back. Steve Staunton, distance one will not be a problem. Comes in, puts it on the boot. Oh, goodness me. The breeze has caught everything.
Out of bounds on the full left.
Out of bounds on the full forward pocket area. Free kick will go to Camperdown in that last line defence.
Ball to be taken down there by Camperdown. It's Hickey with the ball. He's in that last line of defence against the point post, looking to go up the field. Eventually the side come to broadcast side of the ground. Bateman was there. They fly high for it. No mark. Handballed over the top towards Rounds. Rounds off to Pomeran. Pomeran with a long handball to Bant. Bant doesn't know which way to go. Comes backwards with a handball to Maloney. Maloney picked out beautifully on the lead. They did work that well. They picked out Smith.
Didn't rush, Jared.
No, didn't rush. And Smith made the lead, and it was on it. He was at centre-half forward, and he's taken the mark almost directly in front, around about 30 metres out.
Bant was like a hen with an egg there, Jared. He was just hanging on the football, waiting for the other chooks to take it on.
In he comes. I think this time it's a little bit, it hit the top of the post.
I think hit the post on the way
Tom
through.
Smith has hit the top of the post for Terang Mortlake. They've wasted an opportunity there. Gone through for a minor score. They lead by 2 points now, 4-7 to 4-5.
That ball hit right on the top, Jared, or pretty close to it.
There's a red and black little mark at the top for the Cobden side, of course. The ball to be brought back in by Luke Marnie. He's urging his players, someone to make a move. He kicks outside 50 of the mark. Should have been paid. No, that was banned. He got it, the ball after he dropped it, kicked it into the forward line. It'll come back through Marnie with a high kick to centre wing. Jacob Marnie's in front. He's got a couple of metres in front of his opponent. Oh, the ball got an ordinary bounce though. Tapped back nicely towards Tyson Dansley. He was wrapped up with a tackle. Didn't get rid of the ball properly.
Good tackle.
Yes, it was. And Lowry it was that was on the boundary line. He got the ball handballed at the Densley, and he was caught nicely by Pemberton. The kick looking for Casey, and he's found him. Dan Casey's taken a strong pack mark, and he'll kick from about 30 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
Baxter's not too pleased with himself, Jared, but he couldn't do much more.
I don't think he could have done anything.
Not a thing, no.
Casey, you're lining up for number 3.
Height and strength beat him there.
Yep, and it's a great duel between these two players. Dan Casey will follow through, as he usually does, and he does that time. And he's put it straight through the middle for his third goal for the afternoon for Dan Casey. That takes Camperdown on to 5-5-35. They've got a 4-point lead over Terang Mortlake, 3-7-21.
So Camperdown in this third quarter, starting to open up just a little bit during the play.
Break open in this third quarter, which has been going about 7 minutes. Back in the centre of the ground, up they go Wallace and also Powling. Wallace gets the tap down, but it's sharked by Lucas. Lucas kicks it forward by Pemberton. Pemberton into the forward line. Casey again. Punt, good work there. Back through away from him. Picked up and kicked forward by Cardinal to the goal square. Back of the pack. Bouncing ball across the face. In front of Darcy, and it's gone through for... No, there's no score there. It's gone over the line and out of bounds in front of Darcy, and it'll be thrown in metres around from the Camperdown goal. They're kicking to the factory end in this third quarter.
Campo has lifted.
Thrown in, up they go. Casey doing the ruck work. No one gets the tap down. It's allowed Mead to gather it. He gets it outside 50 with a wonky-looking kick to the boundary line. Over the line and out of bounds. A little bit of work behind the play there.
Damien O'Connor took out 2 players with a little hip and shot. Barely touched them, but they fell over in his as he went through. Yeah, it's very funny, really.
Back in centre wing it is. Camperdown holding the lead at the moment. The ball thrown in. Up they go over the top with Powling. Should have been against him on Wallace.